Hey guys, welcome to Windows 10 training for beginners tutorial number 5, and in this tutorial I'm going to talk about customizing your desktop, personalizing your desktop. But before I start, I forgot some of the topics or some of the contents of the previous video, so that I'm going to cover, and then I'm going to start with personalization stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so the first topic was creating shortcuts. So whatever applications or documents you want to have shortcut of. So for instance, if I have some picture and I want to have shortcut of that picture, or it might be any document, just you need to right click the mouse button and then drag and then release. So once you do that, you get the option to create the shortcut here, and the shortcut gets created. You can see that the shortcut also was created over here of Edge. In the icon, if you have created a shortcut, you will see at the bottom left corner you're gonna see the arrows symbol, so that means it's a shortcut. Okay, so next thing was how to perform the delete operation. You just simply select any item and then press the delete key, or if it is anything over here, you can select that, right click and you say delete, or from the ribbon you select the file and you say delete. Okay, so the file gets deleted. Now one difference you might have noticed from the previous versions is that in Windows 7, when you are deleting any item, you used to get a confirmation dialog box, but in Windows 10 you don't get that thing. So if you want to be on the safer side, that anytime you delete anything, you want to receive a notification, a confirmation, so you can go over here and you have option for show recycle confirmation. So if I select that, now if I select and delete any item, you're gonna see this that says that your item is going to be moved to recycle bin. Are you sure? I can select yes, and item goes to the recycle bin. Now all these items I can restore from the recycle bin. You can see over here the desktop icon for recycle bin. The icon shows it is full. If I double click on that, and I can see all these images over here, and if I select any one of them or select all of them using Control A, I can empty the recycle bin, so all the items will get deleted. I can restore all the items, or I can restore selected items. So if I say restore all the items, okay, all the items get deleted. Other option of deletion is shift delete, permanently deleting it. So if I press shift and delete key, now you're gonna see that it's saying that it's going to be permanently deleted. Now you are no more seeing a recycle bin icon. So if I say yes, item will get deleted permanently, so it's no more going to recycle bin. So these settings are available. Other setting is that how big file that you will delete will go to recycle bin. So we have a setting, if you delete a file bigger than that, it will not go to recycle bin, it will just permanently get deleted. So this setting you can find from the recycle bin. If I right click and go to the properties of the recycle bin, and you're gonna see over here that how much space is available for all different location, and over here it shows that select the location, so specify the setting for that location. Don't move the item to the recycle bin. So for C drive, if I delete anything from C drive, it will straight away delete, it will not move to the recycle bin. And if I say custom, and this is the size in MB, so it's like around 2.5 gigs. So if I delete any file that is more than it's like 25 gigs I guess. So if I delete more than 25 gigs, it will straight away delete that, it will not put to the recycle bin. And here is that setting that I did from here, that display the confirmation dialog box if you whenever a file is deleted. So these are the settings available. Whenever you delete any item, it goes to recycle bin and you can recover from there, or you can empty the recycle bin. And other option is regarding the compression, that whatever files we are having, we can compress them. So if you want to send a set of files over email or in the flash drive, and flash drive does not have that much space, you can compress the file. So I can go to this folder. You can see this folder. If I right click and see the properties of this, it's around 51 megs. So I can right click and I can say send to a compressed zip file, and you can see that this file gets zipped. So you can see it has created a zip file, and now it is just 4.64 MB. So this is how we can compress the files. Other type of files I want to talk about is the ISO file. These are actually the DVD or CD images in digital format. If you download any software like Windows operating system, you download in ISO format, then you can right click and you say I want to burn it to the DVD drive. You insert the DVD in the DVD drive, and then you can burn that disk image. You can see you insert the DVD and you start the burning process. So you don't need any third-party software for that. And in Windows 8 onwards, you can also directly see the contents of the ISO file. You just simply double click on that and that ISO gets mounted. So it's showing you over here as a DVD drive. I have not inserted DVD, showing that ISO file as a DVD drive, so you can see what is there inside. Once you are done, you can right click and you say eject, and it closes that ISO file. So this is the use of ISO file. It's a copy of a DVD or a CD. So this is ISO file. Okay, so I hope this is all what I left from the previous video. Now talking about personalization, how to customize your desktop. So we just need to right click and we have option over here, personalize. You can go from here, or we can go it from the settings application. I can click on start and click on settings. And over here you can see that we have a personalization icon. From there we can change the background, lock screen, color, and a lot of other stuff. I can click on that, and then over here I can do the customization. So very first thing that you are going to see over here is what is the background, what picture you want to apply to the background. So this is the default Windows 10 picture, and I say I want to browse, and I can select any picture from there. And there's also one more option. I can directly go to any picture. So suppose I have pictures, I can right click any picture, and there also you have set this picture as a background, and that picture gets applied. So I applied it, go to the desktop, and this is the picture. And same thing we can do from here also, browse, and I say I want this picture to be applied, choose picture, and you can see that this picture got applied. Now further we have different settings that when you are applying this picture may be wide enough, or height was quite big. You can choose from here how that picture should fit on the desktop. It should fill or it should fit. So now I can see this picture was wide enough, so we have fitted inside in terms of width. So different settings are available. You can play around depending on what setting you are applying. So if I say it should be stretched, it stretches vertically, so it gets distorted kind of. We have tile, it tiles up the picture, so it was pretty big. So if you have a small picture, you can tile up the picture, put it in the center, and span it. So different settings are available. You can see what picture you are having, what is the size, and play around with different settings. So these are the different options available. Next is all about colors, what colors you want to apply. So one option is automatically pick from the accent color. So depending on the background, what is the background color, based on that it automatically picks. So you can see it found that we have this pink color, so it automatically applies. So now when I go to start menu, you're gonna see all these icons are appearing in pink color. Or if you want to manually choose that color, you can say I want to have, suppose let's say this color, green color. And now when I go to start menu, you're gonna see this green color, right? So let me set it back to the default blue color, and you now get the default blue color. Then further, if you go down, you can add some custom colors. You get a palette from here, you can choose some different colors. Then we have further option whether you want to switch on the transparency effect. So you can see that the start menu and the taskbar is transparent. So if I switch it off, you get this solid black color taskbar. So you can change this. Then we have show accent color on the taskbar and the title bars also. If I switch it on, you're gonna see that your taskbar has gone blue, and same thing I want for the tiles also. So you can see you are getting the same blue background everywhere in the taskbar as well as the title bar. And then we have option to switch between two different modes. We have light mode and the dark mode. So if you work in dark rooms, you can switch on to dark mode so it doesn't hurt your eyes. So you have the entire theme of your application setting on to dark. I'll switch it back to light theme. So this is how you can change it. Then we have next of lock screen. So I discussed about lock screen in the first video. Once you power on your machine, you get to see this lock screen. Now in Windows 10 Creators Update, I guess this Windows Spotlight feature was added. So what this feature does is it randomly downloads some picture from the internet, and then it displays in the lock screen. So every time you power on your machine, you're gonna see some different lock screen. So if you want to have control on what picture gets shown on the lock screen, you can say I want to have a particular picture, and then you can choose which picture you want to see. Or you can say I want to have a slideshows, and you specify the library. So from that particular picture library, it will randomly pick a picture every time you start your machine, and you can add further folders. So I will leave it back to the spotlight. Then we have option that on the lock screen what type of applications you want to see and what level of information from those applications. So by default it shows the calendar in detailed status, what all appointments you have for the day and all those details, and quick status that you have a notification. So it will be from email or calendar or some Skype, so it just shows that you have a call or a message from someone. And if you want to add more applications to the quick status, you can add from here and you get the list of all the applications installed. And whether the same lock screen will be applied to the login screen or not. So this we have button, if you say no, you get the standard lock screen. So you can switch it on or off. Then we have settings related to Cortana. We'll talk about Cortana later on. So whether this Cortana should be enabled in the lock screen or not. Then we have a screen timeout setting after what time the screen should be turned off. So you can, by default it is 10 minutes. In case if you are working on laptops, then you're gonna see two options. In case if you are plugged to battery, in case if you are plugged to power, what should be the setting, and in case if you are on the battery, what should be the setting. So this by default it is 10 minutes after your monitor will be turned off. Okay, so going back to the settings, personalization and lock screen. So I guess everything is done. So last thing is remaining is screensaver. So screensaver is kind of animation. So if I want to have some 3D text running on your screen, after 1 minute you can specify the settings and you can see the preview. You can adjust the setting, what should be the screen text. IT Army, you can adjust the resolution and rotation and a lot of other things you can adjust, and then you can have a preview how it will look like. So this is how your screen will look like if you leave your terminal passive for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm gonna click cancel. So this is how we can configure the screensaver. Next setting is related to the themes. We have concept of themes. So what background color you already discussed. Mouse cursor. So we have set of cursors available. You can choose what scheme you want to have, black, and as soon as you are selecting these things, you can see it shows the preview of them. And we have different themes available. You can apply these different themes. Desktop icons you can modify from here. If I click on desktop icon, you can choose whether you want to have the computer icon on the desktop or not, control panel, user files, network. So all the different icons you can add to the desktop. And if you want to customize them, you can select them and you can choose that what icons. So if you want to change and you want to have a different icon, you can choose from here. So these kind of customizations we can do, and let's apply OK, and you can see on the desktop now you can see like in Windows 7 we were having these desktops. In Windows XP we have all these icons added. So if you don't want them, you can again remove them back. By default we have the recycle bin, so let it be there. Okay, and we are back to the original settings. And then we have option of themes. We can go online to Microsoft Store and then install and download the themes from there. Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to install it. So, but this is the place where you can download and install the themes from. Then we have other settings related to fonts. We get the list of all the fonts available. You can install the fonts from Microsoft Store. And you get the list of all the fonts installed. You can see the preview. Clicking on that, it shows the preview. You can uninstall the fonts. And you can download. This is the link also for downloading the fonts from Office Store. Next is customization in terms of start menu. The start menu that you are seeing over here. Show more tiles on the start, so it gives you more space to show more tiles. Then we have whether to show apps in the start menu or not. Show apps list. No more apps list is shown. So when you click on over here, then it shows the app list. When you click over here, you get to see the tiles. So from here you can switch it on or off. Then we have an option over here whether you want to show the recently installed apps. So like over here showing you recently added apps, I can switch it off and then it no more shows me recently installed apps. So I guess it is good thing whenever you install new application, you go to start and you find it right there at the top. So it's good option. So I'll keep it on. We have most recently used apps also sometimes coming. So if whatever application you frequently use them, it's going to show you in the most frequently used applications. Then we have some suggestions time to time. So whatever new applications are getting launched in Office Store is going to show you suggestions. So if you don't want that, you can turn it off. Whether you want to have a start full screen, so it's like a Windows 8 screen. So if I turn it on, now when I go to start, instead of a start menu, you are going to get the start screen. So this is how Windows 8 start screen looks like. So it's your choice. If you want to have that Windows 8 like of start screen, you can switch it on. And then at last we have whether to show the recently open items in the jump list in the start or the taskbars. You can switch it on or off. So jump list, when I right click, you see the jump list over here. So you can switch it on or off. Jump list is also available for some applications. So I don't have any application available over here for which I can have a jump list. And then you can choose from here which folders appear on the start. When I click on that, you can see over here on the left hand side it's showing you documents, pictures, and settings. So from here you can say, if you frequently work with, for example, you go to downloads folder, you can say I want to have downloads or music or videos, whatever icons you want to switch it on. Now if I go to start, you're gonna see all these icons. So you have downloads and music and videos, all these icons are there. So you can customize your style this way. So I will switch it back. I want to have just documents. I don't want to have downloads, music, and videos. So this is how we can customize it. Let me go back. And next is the taskbar. All the customizations I already discussed related to taskbar. So I guess that was all I needed to cover in this video. So hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or comments, please post in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.